Okay, so I thought I would do a comparison video comparing the 2014 Henry HVR200-A2 and the most current Henry, the 2015 HVR200-12. So I'm going to be talking about the differences between these two. Some are quite subtle design differences and other ones are more major, but we'll get to that. So I guess I'll start with the tools and the manual. Well, of course, the tools are identical, exactly the same. But then again, Henry tools haven't really changed much over the years. So the tools are the same. The pictures on the energy rating label are the same. But there is a difference on the energy rating. They both get C for carpet and hard floor and emissions, and the sound level is slightly different. So as you can see on the 2015 -12 has 72 decibels, whereas the 2014-A2 has 75 decibels. So it's supposedly a little bit louder, the A2 over this new -12, which I think it is, to be honest. It doesn't seem quite as noisy, but then again it wasn't really that noisy to begin with. But apparently the -12 is a little bit more expensive to run per annum than the -A2, but I take these energy rating labels with a pinch of salt anyway, to be honest. So that's that. The manual is, of course, slightly different. For some reason, Harry isn't on the HVR200-12 manual. I don't know why. But of course, the model numbers are different, obviously. So, similar pictures. This page is similar to this one, except we've just cut off the Harry part on this one. Show you the two speeds in the -12, whereas it just shows you the single on-off switch in the -A2. But I think apart from that, the rest of it's the same. Yeah. Yeah, the rest of it's the same. But the back of the manual is slightly different. But so that's the manuals anyway. So I'll just shift those out the way and get to the main cleaners. So they both have the same hose, of course. The tapered hose, which is wider at this end than it is at the other. I kind of don't like this hose. I'd rather have the original hose that was just all one width all the way down, because it does tend to make quite a hissing noise when you just use the end of the hose on its own, which is a bit annoying. It's not a problem, it's just a pet hate of mine, I guess. So, clip-on face, exactly the same. Henry lettering and flower and things, exactly the same. Rubber bumper is, oh, I just noticed a scratch on there. Oh, that's annoying, considering I've never used this. Well, I have, but not much. Sorry about the message I just received there. But I can't believe it's scratched. Anyway, never mind. Numatic logo on top there. Just the same as this one. Turn it round to the side. We still have the same caps. Tool clip. still have that. Parking bracket, both have the parking bracket. So now here comes the one of the differences. But I think Numatic changed between these from time to time anyway. You see, this new one has this triangle type plug, but this one has the more traditional square plug. So here's the switch bank on the HVR200-12. It's got a red on-off switch and it's got the green high-low switch. Very similar, in fact almost the same, to the HVR200-12 that came out in about 2004. But the original one had a push button and a rocker switch on the side for the high-low switch. And then they changed it to this new switch bank. So that's that. And the HVR200-A2 just has a green on-off switch. And that's just a little LED light to show you when it's plugged in. That lights up red. So let's have a look at the rating sticker. So this is the HVR200-A2. See, it's 220 to 240 volts, 50 to 60 Hz, 580 watts IEC, 9 kilos. Numatic International Limited, Chard, England, TA22GB, HVR200-A2. By the serial number, this one was made in the 44th week of 2014. The little electrical approval symbols and things there. Not to dispose of it. So here's the HVR200-12, 220 to 240 volts, 50 to 60 Hz, 620 watts IEC, 8 kilos. I think it's a kilo less heavy because the motor's different. This one uses a single fan motor, this one has a twin fan motor. And the motor in this one's all metal, whereas this one's mostly plastic housed. Numatic International Limited, Chard, England, TA22GB, HVR200-12. This one was made in the 19th week of 2015, and the same symbols as before. The handle does lock still on both of them. Of course, same exhaust vents at the back. Stabiliser, but that's nothing new either. And inside is the same. There is a difference inside between these two, and I'll show you that in a minute. So this one's the A2. It has the same as the -12. See if you can see the motor slightly different in there. It's slightly different. So same filter and bags, but this is the difference that I noticed in the unboxing video. It has the old style bucket mould. You can see this one has like the newer style one. So whether they change between those two moulds from time to time, I don't know, or whether they use this one all the time now. I do prefer this one though, it looks better I think. But that's that. And I think that's it really. Those are the only differences between the two models. So of course the main differences are that the 2-speed one is 620 watts and the single speed one is 580 watts, and the 580 watt model is a twin fan motor and the 620 watt one is a single fan motor. Same exact floor head and wands on both. I do like this floor head. I just really wish that Numatic would use a metal base plate it would make a world of a difference pushing this along the floor, because these edges are quite rough, and when the suction's sucking the carpet into the nozzle, it really scrapes across the floor. And despite this wheel in the back, it's not enough. It is hard to push. But having said that, it does a good job. It really does. So I will plug them in now and run them for you. If the thing would stay straight. There we go. There's one plugged in. And as you can see, the light comes on the HVR200-A2 when it's plugged in. So that's what they look like. So I'll run the HVR200-A2 first, which sounds very much like the original twin flow motored Henrys, the 1200 watt models that had the high-low switch and then the auto save. So it sounds very much like them ones, whereas this one sounds more like a Miele or one of the early 2000s Henrys. Anyway, here we go. So that's that one. Now the 620 watt 2-speed HVR200-12. Definitely more powerful. So there you go. Let's see if I can compare the suction. You can get the hose off. Oops. I want that to stay in there. There we go. There's the hose off that one. The hose off this one, there we go. So that's on high. Of course that's single speed, so can't select a power option for that one. So anyway, here we go. See the suction difference. Definitely not as strong as suction. You can definitely hear this one overpowering the sound of that one, but it's only like 3 decibels louder supposedly. But this new HVR200-12 is definitely more powerful and quieter than this HVR200-A2. So, subtle design differences and 2-speed, single speed, 580 watts, 620 watts, 40 watt difference. So, apart from that, they are the same. This one you cannot buy anymore. This one was discontinued after 3 months of its launch back in September. By, I think it was January or February, they discontinued this one and brought this one out. So, anyway, there you have it. That's the differences between the two Henrys, the HVR200-A2 from 2014 and the HVR200-12 from 2015. So hopefully you found this interesting, possibly, and thank you for watching.